Okay, guys, we had a short intermission. We're back. Round 3 feature match coming at you. We got Dromai versus Azalea. Let's go. Table 1, we're in the 2-0 bracket. I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm going to be honest, I've played quite a bit of both Dromai and Azalea, so my natural thought is that, Dromai is favored into this matchup, but we'll see if we can get Elock to swing some games here. I think it's going to be okay. Wow, what a turn. Wow. What a turn to start off the game by Sam here. Absolutely insane. What a crazy start to this game here. Dude, so Sam, coming out of the gates, firing strong, plays a Tome, sets up a Yindarai, and throws a Dominated Nourishing Emptiness. Absolutely crazy, dude. Let's go. Is Elock's name Cole? I did not know that. Okay, all right, so Cole. We got Sam and Cole battling out right here. Man, this is a pretty good start from Sam right here, but I mean, in the 2-0 bracket, we can definitely afford to take a loss here if we do fall behind the Dromai, but we got a lot of game left. Man, a Dragon, an Arsenal, and 5 cards. Shoo! This is going to be quite a game. Also, by the way, while I was gone, let's go. Claudio Bobson, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for subbing on YouTube. I saw the notification pop up. And Churro Skura, I hope I said that right as well. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you guys being here. There are a few questions we like to ask everybody when they follow. We like to ask, what's your name, what got you into Flesh and Blood, and what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the 3 staple questions we ask everybody. I'd like to learn a little bit more about you, really like to know the community, and like to grow together as friends. Dude, all right, Codex of Blood Rot. Okay. So we Codex of Blood Rot to load in a Codex of Frailty to opt one? Man, looking like Cole might have a little bit of an awkward start here. I don't know. Finds a red on top. He put a card on top, puts red on top, and finds it. Okay, so, starting with red in the ledger is looking pretty good here. The only problem is that we don't have... Okay, so just coming in for 5 Dominate. This can be covered up pretty easily, either by a D-React here or by Furnace and a card from hand here. Dude, yeah, no, I agree, Robert. This was an absolutely hot start here for our Dromai player here. Sam running hot here. Definitely a reason he's in the 2-0 bracket. Rolling hot today. That was a very hot start there. Hashtag raise your hand. That's hilarious, dude. I love that. That's hilarious. Yep, so we get a Dust Up from hand and a Flamescale Furnace. We got Snapdragon Scalers. Oh, do we have another Codex in hand? There is no way he has all 3 Codexes in his hand. Wow, he really did. He had all 3 Codexes to start the game. That is such a bad hand for... Dude, that you hate to see that, honestly, for Cole. That is heartbreaking. You hate to see that kind of stuff, man. What a slow way to start that game. Shoo! So we have Sam, who starts off with putting a Dragon into play and then throws a Nourishing Emptiness. And then on the other side of the board, we have triple Codex. Man, that's a tough scene. Josh, I definitely think that Dromai's favored in this matchup, but Cole's 2-0, man. We're not going to count anybody out here. This could be the start to a great match here. Although Cole's hand wasn't great, he's definitely put together something by having 2 copies of Red in the Ledger to throw right there. Okay. Mirror Guy turning off any poppers. Okay. I honestly thought he would have led on the Mirror Guy there, but I guess he wants to push through more damage than he does anything else. I figured he would have went with the... I kind of thought that Sam would have pushed the Mirror Guy there to be able to guarantee that it can't be popped, but he probably just wanted to push damage there and not give Cole a chance to play any poppers here. Absolutely, Rick. Anything can happen. You are absolutely correct. 100%. Rake is very good into Azalea. I do agree. Bullseye Bracers is so good though. Like I honestly wonder if Bullseye Bracers like maybe should be played where like maybe we should be playing the Hornet Sting over Bullseye Bracers, but again, I say that as someone, you know, who isn't an Azalea main, who plays Azalea when they can, so we dealt a couple of points there through the Blood Rot Pox token. Let's see what Cole can put together this turn. We're going to start with Trench here. He's also on Dreadbore, which is super spicy. Like, Death Dealer is just one of the better cards you can ever play, in my opinion. Like, it's one of the better weapons in the game. So playing Dreadbore here is super interesting. Like, Cole's definitely got some interesting choices here. And like he did say that he doesn't really play Azalea and he put this deck together just to have a good time. So I am actually pretty curious. He reloads an arrow. Oh, no, he doesn't have to reload an arrow. He reloads Death Touch and throws Death Touch at Sam here. This is an interesting choice here because depending on what, you know, Sam has in his hand, I was like, we'll see what he gives up here. Gives an Uvia and an E-Strike, okay? He's probably looking to try and add as many dragons to the board as he can here to, like, really push the tempo. Okay. I actually really like the play of playing Billowing Mirage here over playing the Dromai. That's actually a really sweet play because it's 3 physical, and then it allows you to throw the Ashwing and then also the Yendera if you want. Cole deciding here if he wants to block with a card from the Billowing Mirage or not. If he has a popper here, and I imagine he's probably on, you know, if I imagine he's probably on 6, maybe 9 poppers if I had to guess. He could be on a little bit more. You know, it's tough to tell. I think a lot of Azalea lists are probably like the Death Touch is one I wasn't expecting. I was expecting Battering Bolt, and I was expecting Battering Bolt and Command and Conquer were the 2 that I was like truly expecting here. Okay, 3 more with Go again. Sam has done a very good job at blocking efficiently to this point and trying to like add dragons and play to the board how he can. And I honestly think that's a really good way to play because, you know, Dromai is very good at being able to snowball the turns and really continue to like, you know, just run away with the game over the course of 3 or 4 turns if enough dragons go unchecked here. So we're starting off with an opt from the cross wrap here. Let's move my mouse cursor out of the way. I don't like that being in the middle of the screen. So we're starting off with a little opting action. We put a card on the bottom of the deck. Activate Azalea. Activates Azalea in the dark. Interesting. I wonder if he had no choice there, maybe? I'm curious to know where that decision point came from. If he doesn't have another pump or a Rain Razors in his hand, then like we're probably just looking at throw Bolt and Shot and pass. Because we don't really have like any options. Our Snapdragons is gone. Like, we're just trying to apply pressure where we can. Cole really thinking this one out here. Yeah, Cole's really having a tank here, which I get, you know, like these few turns like really can swing the game one way or another. So it's important to make sure that you're always making those decisions. It is important to note that he could not trench this away here because this is a face down card and Azalea flips a card face up. So this is 3 dominate. This play makes me think like there's 2 options here. Cole's hand here is either just not good or he has the Rain Razors to try and get Go again here. So I'm curious to know. Sauerkraut and mustard. I like that. I kind of like those hot dog toppings. I'm not a sauerkraut fan personally, but I'm sorry. Whoa. Was that a Razor Reflex? All right, well, Cole wins most interesting card I didn't see coming. Did not see that coming in any way. He reloads and passes. So we Razored to kill the Yendera, and then Arsenal passed after reloading with 2 resources floating. That's really interesting. Well, Chris, man, thank you for following. I appreciate you being here, man. The second question was, how did you get into Flesh and Blood? Like, what got you into Flesh and Blood? All right, so Mirror Guy and then Thermi here, not being able to play things on their turn. Don't think that's really going to be a problem for Cole here, but dude, Cole with the Razor. I have to say, we're definitely going to get some insight on the Razor. I was not ready for that. Like, is that, a spicy one of? Are we on 3 Razors? Like, is Cole just, like, trying to get in there? Like, this is a super interesting list, and I'm really curious to see how this shakes out here. When Runeblade mains shoot arrows, you may have to just take it up your arsenal. That's hilarious. Oh, man, what a great play on, like, the team name as well. That's fantastic. Okay, so Codex of Bloodrot, man, an Ashwing, a Mirror Guy, and a Thermi. God, this gets out of hand so quickly for Dromai. Dromai also not punished in any way by having to reload anything because she already had an Arsenal card there. So getting to keep her full 5 grip here. So he activates Azalea without opting. Pays for the aim counter off of Crow's Nest, I believe is what we went with there. I believe that's, aim counter. That's what that is. It's kind of cool there. So the real question I think we have to be asking ourselves is this another Razor Reflex? Or are we just killing a dragon? Okay. Okay, so no reactions there. We're just going to look at our Ponder and Pass here. Just trying to deal some damage, which, I understand. You can't spend the entire game killing dragons. You'll never win the game if you're not playing offense in some fashion here. This makes me think that this is a little Snapdragon Scalers action coming up after this. Leading on a dust up, I highly doubt that. I mean, this might be a turn where it was like, yep, I have to play this to start the turn here. I'm not sure. Dust up also, like, really bad for Cole here. Like, if it hits, like, this can do a lot of damage here. Those Ashwings really add up over time. 3 go again. So he led on the dust up to be able to get his Flame Call Awakening trigger. Attacks with the Mirror Guy, 2. No Phantasm. And then 1 with Phantasm. 1 more with Phantasm. And I imagine we're going to come in with the Thermi as well. Like, man, this is... Shoo! And the Command and Conquer. Oh my gosh, dude. Sam is rolling hot, brother. Sam is rolling hot today. This is absolutely crazy. Sam has had really good hands, set up really well. Like, and this is already what I would call a Dromai favored matchup here. So it really feels like Sam is starting to run away with this one here. I'm curious to see if Cole decides to give 2 cards here, or if he's going to just take 6, go to 5, and think, you know what, my 4-card hand is better than my arsenal. Also a consideration of life total at this point in time. It is worth noting that Sam is going to go to 32 after this. That's only 5, unfortunately, because of the pump. The pump's only blocked for 2 here. Razor is what we used before Rain Racers was a thing. I mean... that makes sense. I have not seen anybody play play Razor Reflex in Azalea. I have to say, this is a first for me. Like, it's always kind of like Razor Reflex, I don't know, like, has always seemed like an interesting card. Like, playing Razor on Snatch is like probably its best use in my opinion, but all right, so we've passed and passed here. Okay, they were debating on what to take back. I don't think that Cole realized he was only blocking for 5, and so he requested to take back that he could be able to block for 7, which I think makes sense. Like, we're having everybody play and request undo CC because, like, sometimes new information is exchanged, but no information had been exchanged there, so I think it makes sense for them to be able to take that one back and kind of roll the clock back to make a better decision there and a better play. Also, like, I mean, Sam's just up like 21 points. He's probably just okay with somebody taking it back at this point in time. I'm curious to see what Cole was protecting. If he was actually protecting something... Okay, it was a red in the ledger. I didn't know if it was more about protecting life total at that point in time, or if the card in his arsenal was actually a powerhouse card that he wanted to protect. So we're opting right now. Okay, so Cole puts a card on top of the deck. In moments like this, I really wonder if they're just like bantering, or if like there's actually something happening in the game state that they're like trying to correct or figure out in some way. I'm always curious to like, you know what's actually happening in these moments and like what's going on. There is quite a bit of tank happening right here. Like there's quite a bit of like tanking happening at this moment in time. We still have all of our matches going on to this point. Nobody has finished their match yet, or if they have, they haven't said anything about it, so everybody's still just kind of hanging out in this point, playing their games. So he activates Azalea after leaving it on top and puts in Spire Sniping. Interesting. That turn was nasty. Oh yeah, dude. That's honestly, Nick, that's the second like kind of crazy turn that Sam has had so far this game. Like Sam has been rolling hot in a matchup where he probably doesn't need to roll that hot to win, but like he has had some really good draws. Throwing Spire Sniping at an Ashwing, okay? And then Sam's going to lead on Billowing Mirage. Chooses to make another Ashwing, which I think makes sense. I'm curious to know if Cole does have a popper here, because I imagine he's on 6 or 9. If we're going to look at trying to pop something like the Mirror Guy here. He did throw an Ashwing with no Phantasm here, overthrowing like the Thermi or the Mirror Guy here first, which is kind of interesting. That is a like really interesting decision point. I wonder if Sam maybe wasn't thinking about it, or maybe like that was what he wanted to do. Okay, so we're now down to 4, and at this point, Cole has to give blocks, or he is like literally just dead. The good news is that there is no Snapdragons here, so there is no go again after this. I mean, he can take 2. Okay, so he's going to give up Trench and Skullbone here. Probably going to pitch a card to Dreadbore here, and then kill a dragon, I imagine, has got to be the play here. Yeah, the board state is very out there. No, I mean, Nick, I completely agree. Like, when Dromai rolls this hot in a matchup like this, I think you are just very much in the spot of, like, do what you can. Unfortunately, sometimes games do get out of hand like this. Dromai is one of those heroes that allows the game state to really get out of hand at certain points in time. So, like, I completely understand that. I definitely don't think that like this is necessarily like Cole made any like bad decisions, or Cole like really, like just misplayed and it cost him the game. Like, Sam has been rolling hot this whole game here. So, yo, Slip, welcome back, brother. Welcome back, man. We work in 16s today, Slip? Or no, you said you were out for family stuff or something like that, I think is what you said. All right. And now we're going to start giving cards here. Yeah. This is honestly like, this has pretty much just been a clinic by Dromai. And again, like, this is in no way, I don't think that Cole could have done anything to change the outcome of this game. So, like, I really don't know how we could have changed the outcome of that game here. And then let's play another burn them all for good measure here, I guess.